Hello everybody and welcome to another tier list video. Today we're going to be finally, it's been a long time since we're getting to the Seeker events. We've done all the assets for all the colors except for neutrals, as well as all the Guardian events. So now we're on the Seeker events, and I'm just going to quickly grab our S rank and put it up here. We love Shortcut. It goes in all of our yellow decks. The card's incredible. I don't think we need to talk about it further. It's just like an S tier card.
Shortcut's pretty good, yeah.
This is like, we were talking about at the beginning, like, this is what we can argue about it. I just expected someone to be like, I don't know, it's probably a B tier card.
I have played decks where I do not play that card. However, I was probably making a mistake.
Anytime I see like the art for Shortcut, I get like a boost in my brain. It's like, you're happy. All right, any other S tier cards that we think are in this color?
Persuasion.
Practice makes perfect.
Oh, yeah. Straight to the top.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect isn't good. What if you don't have any practice skills in your deck?
That would make it worse.
You're playing a yellow deck without deduction.
Yeah. Any other?
Crack the Case is probably like A+. I wouldn't say it's S tier, but
I'm with you. I'm with you there too. Like the card, and also I think like Burning the Midnight Oil is up there. Like it might just like
I would say Burning the Midnight Oil. It's like an A.
Yeah, that's where I was feeling too. I feel like it's up here. These are all great cards.
I also like, I forget the name. Can you scroll down a little bit more? I lost it. Shocked Rabbi is like very, very good. It's like an A+ or an A card. Because if you're playing any kind of like searching effects, that card is actually just insane.
It's
free value.
Yeah, Bryn, you go.
Sorry, I would say this card is a B tier card because you cannot just include this card in your deck for being good. You must play other cards to facilitate its function.
I think with that logic, just following our thing, I can't. For me, I can't put it like if I have any search effect, Shocked Rabbi finds a home in my deck. Like Old Book of Lore.
Like searching is such an integral part of playing yellow.
Yeah.
That it goes into most decks anyway.
I do feel like, though, with respect to our series, like, it should be, like, bottom of A, but I do think it's, like, I love the card. But I completely get what Bryn's saying. Like, you don't just put it in every yellow deck. Like, you need to have, like, some searching. But for me, that search is like, oh, I have Eureka. Might as well throw 3 Shocked Rabbis in here. I'm quick to put them in the deck.
Effort, you know?
Yeah, like the ones up at the top, right? Like Shortcut. If you're not playing Shortcut, you're probably doing it wrong. Practice makes perfect. Like I go out of my way to make Practice makes perfect work in my deck, even if I'm
I feel
playing yellow cards, but I just have access to it.
Yeah, you know what? I actually think with consistency, I think you put it top of B. I think Bryn is right. Yeah. I think following our consistency with our list, but for me,
we'll see what else we put in A and B. We'll see where we are there.
Yeah, I agree. But I think for me, it's like, for me personally, I love it A+. But if I had to look at it with my unbiased eyes,
I think that card is like good enough that it makes the archetype, but
yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, what about D tier cards? Some D tier cards.
Oh, D tier cards?
Persuasion.
What does Persuasion even do? Parlay.
So are we doing these as
humanoid enemy. Test book 3. Yeah. This test gets +X difficulty where it's a horror. If you succeed, shuffle the joke. Okay. D.
It's like good.
Yeah.
Are these tabooed or untabooed?
These.
I think we've been on tabooed the whole time.
I think so as well.
Untabooed, then Knowledge's Power can go to the S tier as well.
Control. I'm just reminding myself. That's when you can. That's how you can put like the Necronomicon 5 in play, right?
Yeah, like that card, you need to put some cards in your deck to make it work, but like it's broken.
What do you think, Bryn? Because I agree, it's very strong. I just think it like maybe goes into our A+ because. But yeah, it's very strong.
If it's strong enough to get nerfed, I think, like just on power level concerns, I think it deserves to be in the S tier most of the time.
But I don't think we put did we put Machete in our S tier? Following a similar.
Honestly, that was like a year ago.
It was a long time.
That was so long ago, man.
I have it saved. I can check. Stop looking at my files. YouTube, what the heck? What the heck? Tier list. Guardian.
Is that really YouTube's fault, or is it OBS's?
It's OBS's.
Yeah. No, it's YouTube's fault.
Stop looking at my tier list thing. Oh, I don't have it saved. All right, I don't know. Where does your gut say,
Maybe.
Bryn? I'm okay with S. I've never played with Knowledge's Power, but I do understand that it broke a...
Yeah, like, it's not entirely a fair card. You do have to have a tome or a spell asset. And so to me, that's like A+. Like, you can't just jam it in your deck.
Yeah, we'll put it A+. We'll see how it goes. We have a lot of cards
Yeah.
left to go. I'm with this though. Exposed
like, it
Weakness
is
we don't
real
like,
good.
right? That card's bad.
Exposed Weakness? Yeah. I wish it
Yeah,
was
it's bad.
Is the upgraded one also bad, or is it like a tier above?
Yeah.
like a little bit better. You can reduce their skill to like 0, I think.
It's technically better, but you also have to pay experience for it.
Fast.
Like,
play
more
during
experience
play.
for it.
Yeah, 3 experience is a lot. I mean, you have to pay for the other one too, but... X enemy's fight value. Test book X. You successfully shoot at enemy's fight values if it were 0 for the next attack performed against it this phase. So 1 attack. Draw a card. Wow, they really put everything on the upgraded version to try to make it work.
Yeah. Like, it's not as bad as the first one, but like still pretty memey.
All right, here's the hard question. What's the worst in this D tier? Is it Persuasion? Or is it Exposed Weakness? Or is it like this, a little Oreo cookie?
So I'll be honest, I have played with Exposed Weakness a non-zero number of times. I don't think for love nor money you could get me to put Persuasion in a deck.
Oh, don't say that. YouTube,
Like,
they hold on to comments like that, Bryn.
I don't want that. I'm all right. Obviously, everything in my life has like a price for it. I'm currently playing a hell draft video. I'm just waiting to die. So,
I think Persuasion, like, it's got some things going for it. So it's got good subtypes, insight, and a trick. It's a parlay action, so you can test book 1 if you're playing with fine clothes.
Which you often do, Bryn.
I do.
Yeah, most humanoid enemies don't have much, if any, brain damage. It'll be like 1, maybe 2. And then you get to shuffle away and not care about it. Or if it is elite, you automatically evade it instead, which is still like pretty good. It means you get to like evade with your book for 1.
Could you imagine if you got to shuffle away elite enemies?
It'd be insane.
Some scenarios are just like,
yeah, that'd be wild.
I'm griefing the team so hard. We don't win until this guy's defeated and he's in the deck someplace.
You know, I think I am gonna put this like this though. I mean, but it costs 2, and like, yeah, it's a good effect.
I would actually say Persuasion's like a C card.
Whoa!
I think the Exposed Weakness is worse than Persuasion.
Ooh.
Persuasion's like bottom of C, but...
All right. Well, Travis, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to leave Persuasion in D right now, but I'm going to remember that statement as these tiers fill out a bit more, because I might bump it up for you.
Yeah.
Not that my power is more powerful than theirs, YouTube. It's just I have the
He's
mouse.
got the mouse.
Yeah, I have the mouse.
So, like, it isn't... He is more powerful, actually.
Mine doesn't matter. I mean, I think it was a lot stronger earlier on. I think it's like a B now.
Yeah, it's a solid card if you are playing a low foot investigator and you need a way to deal with monsters in a very temporary fashion.
Yeah, I think in our play style, it doesn't see as much play anymore because of just how we build so much more focused decks now. But when we just started out, this was like a home in a lot of our Seeker decks. Also because card pool was more limited and this card was...
Yeah.
I think it's better. It was better then than it is now. Because now yellow just kills things by drawing and discarding cards.
Yep.
Working a hunch. Fast. Play only during your turn. Discover a clue at your location.
I think this card's A tier.
Yep.
I might even consider it... no, it's not A+. It's not as good as Crack the
No,
Case, but there's a lot of places where it's, like, really good.
Yeah,
It's
I think
just
I'll put it
solid.
above Burning the Midnight Oil.
You don't make a test. It doesn't cost you an action. It does cost you some money, but hey.
Money is usually pretty easy to come by
Yeah.
because you have your fat doctor friend helping you.
Yeah, money's not so tough in yellow, and also cards aren't so tough in yellow because why wouldn't yellow have all the economy?
Yep. Barricade. Attach non-elite enemies cannot move.
The C card.
Yeah, C.
Yeah.
It's just a C.
Yeah, like when it's good, it's real good, but it's not that good that often.
Yeah. All right. Cryptic Research. What does this one even do again? Choose an location that investigator draws 3 cards. Fast. Play only during your turn. So there's just like better versions of this now, right?
The only thing stopping Cryptic Research from being S tier is the fact that it costs 4 XP to put in your deck.
Yeah, it's like really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's good, but I mean, like, just put 2 curse tokens in.
Yeah, but this is fast.
Yeah, but the 4 experience, I think is huge. I think it, like, to me, it leaves it at A. The 4 experience
like
is a lot.
I don't think it deserves to be that much higher, but like that is the part of this card that keeps it out of the S tier.
Yeah,
I think that's an A+ tier card, but
I can't recall ever seeing you play it.
that's not. I know it's because it costs 4 experience. That's why it's not S tier.
Yeah,
it's
but that's
also
why
like
I think to
boring.
me it's all the way down in A. Like experience is a huge cost.
Have you ever got to play with Ancestral Recall, Justin?
No.
This card's like that.
Yeah, but I don't need to. I mean, I have to pay experience in the forms of money. I'll put it at the top of A, though. I'll put it at the top of A. I think that's
real good.
a nice home for it. Seeking answers. Investigate. Instead of discovering a clue at your location, discover a clue at a connecting location.
The level 0 version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a C tier card. I'm not happy to be playing it, but I'll put it in my deck so I don't forget to upgrade it.
Yeah.
I think, these cards are always worse than you think they're going to be.
The upgrade one's pretty solid.
Yeah, what does it do? From among your locations and connecting locations. Oh, yeah, that's sick.
You get 2.
And you get 2 clues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys
The big
think?
thing that it's got going for it actually is like it's incredible with like Farsight.
Yep.
Yeah. Or if your name is Rex Murphy and you're just like, I'll take a clue here and a clue here and another clue over here.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
Also kind of seems fun in like a Trish in the know where you can like choose an enemy with a location with an enemy and just grab a bunch from that location and like its connecting locations.
Yeah, let's you cheese stuff.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Low A or high B?
I give this one a low A. Like, just discovering an extra clue is real strong.
What do you think, Travis?
A.
Okay. I'm with it. I've got a plan. Oh, we used to play this one all the time. This attack uses book. You deal +1 damage for each clue you have to a max of +3.
I think this falls into that same category of this used to be better.
Yeah. Why don't we make them friends?
Smaller.
You guys, did you know you can use persuasion to grief your teammates in the Midnight Masks because none of the guys are elite?
Bryn's like, get that up to the top.
Oh my god. S tier.
Travis, are you doing persuasion research to persuade us to put it higher? Because I'm saying right now, your book test is doing good. You have some fine clothes on. It's working.
Surprisingly large amount of humanoid enemies like Fang of Yig.
Yeah, all right. You know what? I'll do it. I'll put it up to bottom of C. You've done the work. You've convinced me.
Yeah, you can also like screw the game by shuffling fanatics away that have clues on them.
All right.
Because you don't defeat it, so you don't get the clues.
Yep. All right, I think we're all happy with I've got a plan here. Preposterous sketches.
Yeah.
Play only if there's a clue in location, draw 3 cards.
That's another like high B tier card, I think.
Yeah, it's fine. Like,
yeah.
Not incredible, but
Yep.
Deciphered Reality. This card always seems so cool, and then it just doesn't ever do anything.
oh man. The prep work needed for this, so not only do you have to pay a big pile of XP to put it in your deck, then draw it at a point in time when it may be relevant still, but also you need to You need to reveal so many locations.
And also, like, leave clues on those locations.
Yeah.
Like, there are some
It's like
scenarios.
a high B, low A card, though.
Which one?
I think Decipher Reality. There's a couple scenarios where it, like, really just crushes it.
I can't, for me, I can't go above B. Just because. It's, I've
Like,
only
just off the top
seen
of my
it
head,
do-
the card's insane in, like, Dim Carcosa.
Yeah, in Dim Carcosa, it's killer. Just be like, don't mind me. Bloop. Just getting a.
And that's something I've been doing more often is, like, having locations that have story on the back instead of having to explore them, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then there's some locations where it's just like, some scenarios where it's just like, oh, I mean, you're not going to have this in, like, Heart of the Elders Part 2. I mean, you might if you really want to fast track it for some reason. But, like, this one, like...
you still commit for 2 books, though. It's got a solid backup plan.
Yeah, but I mean... Yeah. I'm more just... This is like my son, who for a long time in my life was like really good at everything, and then suddenly all he's doing is like sitting at home eating Cheetos. So I have a bias against this card because he's letting me down. No Stone Unturned, level 0.
This is like an A or an A plus card to me, I think.
I think A. I think just nice A.
Yeah, like this is my... It's not even quite a filler card, but it makes it into a lot of my yellow decks.
Yeah, it's just like that nice... Like, the thing is, though, like, I'm casting it less and less because, like, other economy options are just, like, working more and more, but I'm never unhappy when I get it on turn 1 and I, like, mulligan badly and, like, luck was against me, and then I just was like, all right, I'll use this to fix this, right? Because it's also just a wild. What the heck does this card do? Fast. Anatomical diagram. Fast. Play during any investigator's turn. Play only if you have 5 or more radiant sanity. Choose a non-elite enemy or location until the end of the active investigator's turn. That enemy gets -2 fight and -2 evade.
The trash, Justin.
Yeah, we've never played it.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna make the sandwich again. I feel like just the way it fits in there nice. Forewarned. This card's good.
That's like a A plus card.
Yeah.
It's only 1 experience. Putting a clue down isn't a huge cost. It's just you just cancel and counter card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it basically costs you an action on your turn. So you only want to be using it on cards that would cost you more than 1 action to solve.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, like, you feel like a champ when you get an Ancient Evils with it.
Oh, yeah. Then you're just like, don't worry, guys. I just saved you guys each 3 actions and me 3 as well. Logical Reasoning. This one heals horror or discards a terror card if you have at least 1 clue.
I think this card has a very similar place to Deciphered Reality to me. Like, when this card is good, this is the best card you've ever played.
Oh,
when
yeah,
this card is bad,
terror?
it's Bad Guts, which is still pretty okay, but...
I think it's like, it's high B tier.
High B?
Yeah.
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 I mean, Guts is always just kind of good.
Yeah. I think I think leaving these guys hanging out together, I think this is a good like top B tier thing, I think. I'm liking the looks of it. Upgraded Shortcut. So this card's great. We rarely, if ever, like play it apart from when it first came out, but I still think the card's good.
I think that's like an AA plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not an automatic upgrade, but if you know the scenario that you're playing, this can be like so many shortcuts.
Yeah, let's put it in the A plus. I'm cool with it up here. I like it up there. It looks good. Guidance. Oh, this card's a little bit memey.
Yeah, this is like sort of a weird option for fighting as a yellow character, where you're just like, instead of me doing it, how about you do it because you're good at it?
Yeah. I do think it's still only C tier.
It's a C tier.
Because it doesn't really do anything, but I mean, we're probably going to just play it because...
I've played it before.
Yeah, I've played it before too.
The only place I really think it's good, again, is like in Farsight decks or with the new, it's an Insight, right?
Yes.
Or with the new Cryptic Grimoire. So you can play it fast and like it doesn't cost you an action. It just gives your team an extra action. It's like playing shortcut for one of your teammates, but they can do anything with it.
And I think we're still going to see an investigator that, like, you know, can benefit from helping other, like, choosing other investigators as well. I think there's going to be something, and guidance is going to find a nice home there, but overall, it's sitting here. Eidetic Memory, an exact copy of Insight. Oh, you could play it as guidance. Move that event from the game.
You could.
Yeah, I think this one's, like, kind of just still, like, it kind of falls into this area, right? You don't just put it in.
It's like a sweet toolbox upgrade if you're playing a Insight themed deck, like maybe, I don't know, you're some sort of private investigator, and you've got an entire side deck that focuses on this.
And as you can see from all of these, there is a lot of insights.
There are a lot of them in yellow. There are several in other colors too.
Do we think it's worth it enough then to put it up to A? Or do you think it still just kind of sits with these other guys?
I think it kind of sits with the other guys still.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, like it can get really neat depending on what the people you're playing with choose to play. Because there are many insights in other colors that offer effects that yellow isn't supposed to have.
What do you mean? Yellow has every effect.
Yeah, but like it's not supposed to.
I do remember though, like there was a lot of time. It happens with Bryn, and now it's currently happening with Travis, where there's like the key word that you're in love with. And it was insight a lot for Bryn, and they'll always be like, with Travis, it's an insight. And now Travis is like, this card's practiced.
Yeah.
Yep. No, Stone Unturned level 5. So it's fast, you can play it any lightning bolt, and they just get a tutor for a card.
It's like an A+ tier card. 5 experience is a lot, but it's
also really good.
Like, yeah, like just read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like one of your teammates has a weakness that can cripple them in the late game. That's cool. They got it right now.
Yeah.
One of your teammates needs something in order for their game plan to work. That's cool. They got it right now. You wish you could upgrade.
Built the deck around some garbage exceptional card. Boom, you can make him play the game good.
Yep. And then with Mandy, you just gotta find
put
2
extra copies of your personal assets into your deck. Boom.
Yep. Sick. Bryn, Unearth the Ancients.
I put this one at the bottom of C.
Whoa. Yeah.
It discards for 2 book icons. But also, yellow has the possibility to gain all kinds of benefits from an investigate action, or take investigate actions that didn't really cost your action. And that's why I think this one's bottom of C and not like in the D tier.
Cool.
Like maybe you're Rex Murphy and you got something you'd like to play, but there's also 1 clue on your location. You can just play this and try to pass it by 2.
Yeah.
Then you get to do both.
Truth from Fiction. I mean, probably just
like
with these other guys.
B-tier card.
Yeah, with these other guys.
Yeah. The upgrade one, I think, is an A, but
on the one hand, I've never seen an asset that used secrets that wasn't kind of good.
Yeah, I think it's just better, so we should put it up here with the other guys. Cool. Vantage Point. Play after a location enters play or is revealed during an investigator's turn. Until the end of the active investigator's turn, that location gets -1 shroud. You may move 1 clue to that location from any location.
I'm sure there's a world that card's good in, but I have no idea what the hell it is.
I'm right there with you, except I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good.
Yeah. I mean, like, I suppose maybe if you're playing Ursula and you move into a location and there's no clues there, you can just be like, aha, one of the clues from over here is here now. I'll investigate for free. But I'm not sure that's worth a card slot.
Yeah. Connect the dots. Man, there's so many of these I just don't know. Play after you discover the last clue location. Discover 2 clues at a location with a lower printed shroud value than your location. 4 cost, 2 book. Isn't this one someone tried to see if it worked and it just never did?
That can sit in the D tier.
D tier?
No,
that card is so bad.
No, that's not a D tier card. That's like top C, bottom B. It's like real awkward to make it happen, but it is very good when it does, provided you can play around it. It commits for 2 books. It's got a decent amount of things going for it, and while it's not like a good card, it's fine.
Bryn, is this your child that has disappointed you?
I hate this card.
That's fair.
It costs 4 to play.
It is very expensive, but as we said...
Yeah, but it's 2 testless clues.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to pass a better test in order to get them.
Yeah. But it does save you a bunch of actions.
I mean, I think it's like very similar to Seeking Answers. So I'm like gonna like there. It's like there's
It's worse
not, like,
than Seeking Answers, I think.
I think it's worse too. So I'm gonna leave it here. Is where I kind of feel it fits.
Sure.
Yeah. Ghastly Revelation. This is the one where you die, right?
Yeah. It's like a C tier card.
C tier.
Yeah, it's got 2 book symbols on it. And it does have uses. They're just niche. Like, if someone wanted to play a copy of this over a copy of Perception in their deck, I wouldn't be upset or be like, what the hell are you doing?
That's fair.
Might be a decision that I disagree with, but, like, if they did, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's fair.
Sure. My brain just doesn't work for a card like this. My brain just says, but I die. Glimpse the Unthinkable. Shuffle any number of non-weakness cards. Oh, it's just like a wheel. Super
Yeah, this
wheel.
one's like a... It's like
You
a
gotta draw
B-tier
up to
card, I think.
8. Or your maximum hand size, whatever higher. Whoa. It costs 5 experience, but that's a really strong effect.
Yeah, so...
I think this is...
The biggest thing against it is that there's like a level 1 version that does not the same thing, but like it fulfills a lot of the functions that one does as well,
this
and
one
only
is
costs
better.
1 experience compared to this one's 5.
Because this one is just like a wheel of sorts, like very loosely using that term just for simplicity. But yeah, honestly, that actually makes it, because like this one to me is like here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, probably knowing that this one exists, this is probably more in the B tier now. I mean, I think even Preposterous Sketches, for what it does and what you're going to likely need it for. Like, maybe there's some cases where, like, you want to, like, cycle through your deck really quick, so you just get rid of your hand and then, like, just draw back up, right? Like, because you want to see things. But, yeah, I think this one's just much better.
See.
Draw up to maximum hand size.
Oh,
Can be a lot of cards.
Travis, when you get Dream Enhancing Serum, you just don't stop.
Yeah. You just keep going.
You just keep drawing cards until you die.
Yeah.
Extensive research. So you buy 1 for each of the card in your hand. Ah, yes. Discover 2 clues at your location.
This is
That's a
actually
pretty good card.
test this clues. But unlike the
But it
previous one,
costs
it's
10.
free.
Nah, it's like a B tier card. I mean,
Yeah, like it is fairly niche. Like
yeah, it's a B tier card, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
top
it fits with
B.
the other guys.
yeah, like
We
the card
can
is
put the
powerful as
upgraded
long
one
as it
into
costs
the A
4 or
tier.
less.
Yeah, so the upgraded one doesn't cost experience.
Costs 2 less.
Oh, sorry, the upgraded one we want. An A tier and then this one in B tier.
Yeah, like it costing 2 less doesn't look like it means a lot, but like it kind of does.
This is 2 whole cards.
Yeah. Because then it kind of just is like,
It's
like
it's the
in a
difference
niche
between
deck.
that costing 4 and costing 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, upgraded barricade. What's the diff, yo? Non-alien enemies cannot move into the spawn or attached location. You summon an enemy with spawn attached location, spawn a connecting location instead if able. Oh. So that's probably now up in the B tier. It probably just got a little bit of a boost. 3 experience is a lot, though.
It is, but you probably only need to pay for 1 copy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put it at bottom of B.
How many barricades do you really need to build?
If it's more than 1, you're probably having a bad day. What the heck? Are there 2 preposterous sketches here?
Yeah,
The level
the
0?
upgraded one costs 0 to play instead of 2.
Oh, yeah, no, but I mean, I have 2
otherwise-
level 0 ones here, probably because there's one in the Harvey Walters deck that I just copied over without realizing I already had it.
Yeah.
Well, they're brothers. I'll just actually put it down here. I can't. Oh, I can. Good. Upgraded 1. How much better do we think it is?
If you're looking to
It's like
cycle through your
a
deck,
tier.
it's real strong.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a tier better.
Yep. Let's do it. Upgraded Logical Reasoning. How much better is this one?
I mean, when this one is the best card you've ever played, it's actually like the best card you've ever played.
So... I don't know if it's like... I think they're kind of like, for me personally reading them, kind of like brother and sister. Like maybe a bit better, but I still feel like 4 experience is a lot, and you're only going to want this effect. I don't know.
Like it depends on the scenarios you're playing, right? Like if terrors are a prevalent card type, there are many investigators in the game who will struggle to discard any of them. You can just be like, I have 6 clues.
I actually think it's a little bit worse than the.
That's
The
kind of
level
where
0
I'm feeling
version.
too.
It
Like
is like
4
a little more
experience is
niche.
so much.
Yeah. But I think they fill like a similar space, and if you want Logical Reasoning 0, like you really want it for your deck, you're probably going to want the upgraded one. So I think just them hanging out here together. I mean, healing 6 horror is pretty sick, or like discarding 3 terror cards. Can you just imagine like, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom? Like that does seem sick, but also like that seems pretty Magic Christmas Land too.
It is a bit of a niche scenario. However, you can like mix and match, I think.
Yes, which is really nice. Yeah.
So you can be like, I'll heal 2 off this guy, and then I'll like, you can discard your Frozen and Fear.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to split too many hairs. I think it's still good for what it wants to be. Cryptic Writings level 0. Gain 2 resources after you draw it during your turn, play it. And then it's friend right here. I've never played this card. Travis, how good is it?
It's pretty good. I would put it like it depends a little. I would put it. It's about as good as Burn the Midnight Oil, I think. Like slightly worse, we can put it right below it, but mostly because a lot of the search effects let you draw the card.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, like, worst case scenario, if you're good on resources, you got 2 book symbols.
Yeah, the 2 books is pretty nice. The upgrade one is just like 2 experience for 1 extra resource, I think.
Yeah, and then if it's 4 resources instead, if you have 10 or more cards in hand. Other cards in hand. I mean, that seems a bit... It seems worse to me. It's
not much different. It's just a quality of life thing.
Yeah.
Like you're never like, oh, I'm gonna spend my experience on upgrade my cryptic rings. You're like, yeah, I'll spend upgrade my cryptic rings, I guess.
Yeah. Occult Invocation. This is the one where you get to just deal damage by discarding cards from your hand, right? You fight using that much. You get +1 book, and you get to use your book, of course. Deal
It's
+1
pretty good.
damage.
I'd say it's just like it's about as good as I've got planned.
Boom. You live down here. Upgraded. I've got a plan. An upgraded Mind Over Matter.
Upgraded Mind Over
upgrade.
Matter is like 1,000 times better.
Yeah, it does seem a lot nicer.
Yeah, it's like actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike regular Mind Over Matter, where it's just like this might be a get out of jail free card. This card is a card that there are investigators who might actually want to play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
For
probably belongs like the
advantage.
top of A. I have a hard time saying it's better than Cryptic Rings, though.
How much XP does this
CK.
one cost? Is it 2 or 3?
2 experience.
No,
Alright,
Cryptic
so-
Writing, sorry. The one that's at the top of it, the 4 experience, draw 3 cards one. I have
Cryptic
a really
Research.
hard time saying it's better than that. Yeah.
Oh, even
There's
replacing
a lot of
itself. I
cryptic
missed
stuff.
that on my read. Yeah, seems strong.
Yeah, you're playing Trish Scarborough, and you're playing an all-in deck. And in order to fuel your succeed by a large number, you play this card and then activate your long picks.
Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty spicy. And then upgraded, I've got a plan.
It's like an A. Low
Yeah.
A.
Yeah, this one's pretty solid. Like the main thing that doesn't give the first 1 points for me is that it doesn't increase your book value.
Yeah,
So you're like stuck fighting at 4 or 5 probably,
yeah, this one does. Yeah, we put
Yeah.
it bottom of A.
as opposed to this one.
Cool. All right. Well, we've done only 35 minutes. That's great. We killed it. So
Yeah,
we have
so
our
bad.
S tier here of shortcut. Practice makes perfect, and knowledge is power. And then we go to a nice little A+ tier, which is also looking pretty sweet. Got some A's, some B's for everyone watching at home. Our C tiers, and then poor exposed weakness, rounding out the D tier with anatomical diagrams just hanging out in the middle. Next up, we have, Bryn, rogue events, whenever we do that one. That's always a bit of a spicy time, so that'll be our next card tier list. We also have to do Travis's scenario tier list, so that'll be coming out in the future as well, so you can look forward to that one too. I don't know when that's going to be, but we will have that on the channel eventually. What did you guys think on watching us? Do you have any things that you just absolutely disagree with? Or are there anything you're like, oh, that should actually probably be in the A tier, even though, I don't know. I think we nailed it. I think we did. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.